Do you know who Marck Chapman is?
No.
Marck Chapman was the man who murdered Jhon Lenon. It happened 40 years ago. It's been 40 years, and he's serving his life sentence. And now, after all this time, he's writing to Lennon's widow, Yoko Ono, "I killed him because he was incredibly famous. This is the only reason. At the time, I really sought personal fame. I was thinking about myself. It was a very selfish act. I want to apologize to Ono for the pain that I caused her. I think about it all the time. I wonder, how is it possible that his desire for fame, and he's using this word really 4 times, is above everything else? Above life, death, above everything.
It's the easiest thing. The easiest way to become famous. Because he is working off someone else's reward. Lenon had risen so high to become famous and respected by everyone, while this guy, in a single moment, pulled the trigger and killed him, and instantly gained the same amount of fame.
What about his own life? There's no life afterwards. He's faced with a life sentence.
Had he continued being who he was, nothing would have come of him. But now he's famous everywhere.
What an ego there is inside of us. There's such an eternal quality to it.
Certainly.
So this is what it comes down to, fame above all else? Not even just fame, but to reach the same...
He has risen to his level.
Meaning that without applying any effort, having any talent, or anything else, he rose to his level?
Yes.
Is this a natural human desire? Is this desire specific to individuals, or is it intrinsic to all of us?
Oh, no. This is a specific individual that simply does not understand, cannot find any other way to do something with himself, to raise himself above others, except for going about it in such a particular way. I understand him.
Really?
Of course I do. What else can one do if such a voice is speaking inside him, that he must simply be at least somewhat famous as Lenon?
What if this person would have a glimmer of thought about the meaning of life? Would he not have committed this act?
Of course not. Why sacrifice your life?
This would be the question.
Naturally, why sacrifice himself to serve 40 years? Where's the sense in that?
So in reality, all that humanity is lacking is a small ray of light. Is it so?
Yes.
In this dark kingdom...
I think that little by little we will overcome such stupidity.
Why wouldn't the Creator shed this light just a little bit?
It is prohibited. He may not do so. The Creator has no right to.
You say this on his behalf, that he has no right?
He has no right to. Otherwise, he would violate this fundamental law of nature, that ego is completely opposite to him.
What does this law give us?
That man can become equal to the Creator at the end of his correction. Otherwise, he will not.
Oh, so otherwise it will neutralize him. A person will always be chasing this ray of light.
Yes. In fact, maybe he'd be able to achieve something along the way. But to become similar to the Creator, obtain freedom in one's actions, and to use one's free will to specifically choose to be similar to the Creator, and to achieve similarity with him despite all problems, especially despite all problems due to being free, meaning to make yet another manifestation of the Creator out of all laws and qualities of this universe. This is what man must do. If the Creator does this, there's no point in that. He has no right to interfere, to change one iota of these conditions.
So, based on what you've been saying, are we to understand that a complete darkness is still yet to come?
Yes, of course. The deepest darkness will settle in before the final correction.
Before the ascent?
Yes, we have not seen this yet.
So this is not the final...
No, that will be a general transformation into beastliness. The rise of all the nations against Israel, as it is written. Just terrible things.
As you say terrible and beastliness, do you still hold out a glimmer of joy?
I feel joy because this is a necessary step that we have to go through, and we can go through it rather well, bringing out the light against the darkness, and then it will truly be a great jump forward.
So what will humanity have to do now if they start feeling complete chaos and darkness?
First, we have to rise to that level. Complete chaos and darkness will not become manifest unless we have the ability to bring out the light to offset this darkness.
Meaning the Creator sends only what we can overcome?
Naturally, of course.
Meaning we will be able to overcome it and get back on our feet.
Well, in the meantime, you see that it's dragging on and on. The more we will be telling the world of what is going on and what to do, the more the problems will arise and the faster we will solve them.
Then why do you keep saying that the world should realize where it's headed? Why not let it descend into complete darkness?
This is how it will be brought there. The more we know, the faster we get there. But we do have to go through it.